Yo, 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 people! It's me, Super Chad, a Retro Gamer 85, here to tell you, welcome to Chad's studio, right here in his bedroom, here in Richwood, Ohio. Ooh, yeah! This is where the action is, man. This is where I play all the retro video games I have and show you the world, the content from the game, and how to play them. If I back up here, you can see my setup right there. Check that snazzy stuff out. Look at that. I want to combine two videos into one and make this the start of 2017 for my video franchise here. Right there is my old Sharp TV, 13-inch, nothing spectacular. Able to play multiple systems on it. Even got an old VHS player, still works. Who'd have thunk it, huh? Anyway, we got the Texas Instruments personal computer 99/4A down there, which still works. We got the Sega Genesis, that's kind of new, I just got that last year. And I got my early 80s, late 70s, good old wood grain embedded Atari 2600. I got my VHS player. I got my Nintendo, the NES, made in 1985. I got an N64. I got a DVD player which connects to the other part of the entertainment center. Hold on, I'll show you that in a minute. Now I also have a new Super Nintendo, new to me, and I'm going to start using it so they get games for it. So if y'all want to donate games, you know what to do, hit me up on the Facebook or drop a line at my email, animec28, all one word, at gmail.com. And over here is one of my fan art pieces, Super Mario Bros. Question block. Right here, this big old behemoth that stands the test of time, no matter how many times it gets beat the hell up, is my PS3. Older model, but damn good job it does. I apologize for the roaming here with the camera. I'm doing this on a handheld, so sorry about that. This is my big screen TV, my computer for editing stuff. And this is welcome to Chad's Studio. Here where I'm going to show you everything I own, practically art-wise and video game-wise. Now, I own several things. I made that clay figure up on the wall of Native American lady's face. I own all these doodads that I've made, dream catchers and whatnot, out of whatever I could find. Literally whatever I find around the house I make stuff out of. I even been known to recycle old wires from video game controllers. Once the controllers go bad, I'll recycle them and braid them and use them as braids for jewelry. I got a sword. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm going to back up a minute. Check out that fine sword. I got some posters of what appears to be the Great Wall of China. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm going to turn this a little bit more. My hand is hurting, so bear with me. If I can get up in there. There it is. I got some doodads up here I made. I got a homemade plaque with a language I made up on it. I got up here, but just below that, phases of the moon with some Native American symbols. Up here is the head collection. This is where I try to make 3D characters and bring them to life. So, there's all the heads I beautified. Here's my other setup. Here with the Native American motifs and feathers hanging off the sides of my curtains rod here. Let me zoom in on that. There. And underneath that, I got a saber-toothed cat head that I made with an arrow I made up there. I took my old bandanas that I had and used that as a backdrop to make a curtain. And I used an old shirt there as part of the curtain because it was full of holes. Here's some drawings I made. I'm going to just kind of do a panoramic view here. Let me just switch my body a minute. And there's a quilt that I hung up on the wall. Now, seeing how I can't see the stars like most people want to, I got this next best thing. Northern Hemisphere Constellation Collection on a poster right there. Right there is my fan-made Undertaker poster. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a big fan of big-time wrestling. Ooh, yeah. Been watching this since the time I got out of the womb, man. The moment I was conceived, man, in my mother's womb, there beat the heart of the fan base of wrestling right there. I could hear them. I could hear the Hulkster. I could hear Ultimate Warrior. I could hear the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And oh man, I can hear the Ric Flairs. That's beside the point though. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little into character because I love wrestling too much. Here also, my hat collection, my fedora hat. There's some other things up here. My Yeti mask I made. Bandana with braids on it, which I will be featuring in some of my videos. Another hat up there with Native American symbols and weird iconography attached to it. Native American headdress I made, my style. My Undertaker style hat. Another shirt of mine. And look, more bandanas turned into a curtain. And more feathers. Right there is a colorful, four-colored dream catcher representing the four nations or races of people around the world, as I understand it. Right here, this big thing on the wall it's in the Hopi Indian style. Hope y'all can see it. It's a depiction of the Native American Thunderbird, which I don't know if y'all know that. It used to be an actual bird that existed a long time ago, way back in the day before man wiped it out. It was like, think of a giant version of the condor. It's basically what it was. It was huge, man. Think of like black out the sun if it wanted to. It was huge. Anyway, check this snazzy setup here. Over here is my shelving collection. I got all my art books I've done from A to Z, all the way from high school till now. And I'm working out of volume. Yes, they're in volumes. I'm working out of volume 38 to 40, or not 40, but 39 right now. Those are the ones I'm working on. Right there's my homemade jewelry box. More art stuff. Going all the way down. Spare television set. Cat tree stand. Look at this over here. I even collect wrestling trading cards. And I've even written my own music, which is there in that folder there. My gourd with the skulls on it and Native American motifs. Shoes. Old parts to DVD players and stuff. I don't know if you guys remember, featured in one of my videos from the older channels. This little guy right here was featured in it before I finished him. and he spun around. He was a little robot. Well, I want to take the same idea and make a bigger one and have it do some more other than just spin around. I was hoping to put like a laser eye thing on it and everything and get it going. So I'm taking parts from DVD players because I need motors in order to make the rotation action going. And up here's my candle collection. These here, these big cat statues up here, sorry if I'm getting a little off topic, are actually ones I started making in '92 all the way up until the early 2000s. Which that's the last one there, the smaller one, the lesser quality. The best quality one is the big one there, it's kind of brown. That's because I sprayed it with some sealer to help hold it. They're made out of golden color clay that comes out of my grandfather's field. For those of you who don't know, it's gold colored, yes, but it's not compacted enough to be actual ceramic clay yet. If you look down into the list of layers of dirt, it would be the layer above actual ceramic clay being dug out of the earth. That's what I was using. So basically it's like halfway between mud and ceramic clay. And as you might have noticed on some of them, these white specks in the dirt, and that's because I mixed up plaster of Paris and all kinds of other types of minerals to help thicken it up and make it work better. It worked well on the first two, but the other two are kind of showing some age there. Anyway, back to the candle collection. And over here is my, well, some of my artwork. I'm not going to zoom in on it. I'm going to zoom out so you can't see any detail, because some of it is nude. But if you want to censor that out, go ahead. I'm sorry. Just be warned, it's a statue. They're not doing anything sexual. It's just there to represent an ancient way, an ancient culture that used to exist in Europe and around here, where they made statues of figurines of women and guys and things. They would trade them around. Kind of like the early version of dolls for guys and girls, basically. And there's all these rocks here. Now this big rock with all these swirls on it is my hammer stone. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am that retro. I own a hammer stone, which still gets used. Let me flip it over and show you. See? Look at all that wear on the bottom of it. I used to use this thing to crash black walnuts. Anyway, there's some more of my art, more of my candle collection. Now, I'm not going to go into detail and rip everything out for all y'all to see, but I just wanted to show you what some of the studio now looks like now I got it cleaned up. And back there in this gray case is nothing but Native American artifacts, mainly arrowheads, flint knives, hand axes, broken arrowheads, bird stones, and unfinished arrowheads that were found by me and my friends. This box here, because I'm kind of a doomsday prepper in the fact that I'm always feeling one of these days America's going to go down in flames due to aka Donald Trump. I kind of brought this box up here full of my weapons that I've made, spears and spear throwers and dart guns and all kinds of stuff. Brought it out here, so I'm not going to get that out because I don't want to scare anybody, especially the little kiddies that are probably watching the video. Don't need to be afraid. And up here on the wall is my eagle blanket. I've actually used it so much that it's actually changed in color over the time. You can see on the edges where it's all nice and clean. But even though I clean this thing like crazy in the washer with all different kinds of stuff, it couldn't get the stain out of the middle of it. It's kind of burnt into the fabric itself, so it's actually kind of turning brown. Right here's my picture of Jessica Rabbit that I did. By the way, it's done by myself on my own canvas, and the frame itself I bought for $2 at a store in Marysville, then stripped it, cleaned it, refurbished it, and repainted it. Up there's my Native American staff with the feather hanging off of it. And right down here is a list of all Native American tribes that existed back in the day. My exercise pulley system, and a shirt of the Undertaker. Now, down here, we're going to get to the games in the next video. Ooh, yeah.